In this video, I share my thoughts about teaching textbooks, show you on screen how to navigate around teaching textbook site, and also my girls will share their thoughts. Teaching Textbook is also offering a giveaway of 1-year subscription to one lucky kiddo, so please be sure to check the description for details.
Hi everyone, and you're watching Precious Years. If you're new here, welcome. I'm a homeschooling mommy of 2 girls, aged 7 and 8. And if you're a returning friend, thank you so much for spending your time with us. So this year, we decided to go with teaching textbooks. And I know I've made some videos and we've used a variety of different math curriculums from Math UC to Math for Living Education and a variety of other ones that we've used along the way. But I have decided to use Teaching Textbook 3.0. Actually, we had tried Teaching Textbook last year or the year before as well, but we just didn't enjoy the CD part of it because it was always struggle to find it, and then we got a new laptop that didn't really have a CD-ROM drive. I guess it's old news. Who knew? CD-ROMs are old news these days. So when I found out that Teaching Textbook has an online version, I really wanted to give it a try because we've used Math Seeds before that goes up until I think grade 3 now, but at the time they only had grade 2. But in any case, this year we wanted to try something that would allow my kids to be more independent. So the reasons I chose Teaching Textbooks Online 3.0 was because, one, I wanted my girls to be independent. My oldest has a really, she's a perfectionist, so after she does every math problem, she wants to know if she was correct. Even if I would tell her, hey, can you just finish the whole thing and then tell me? No. What Teaching Textbook allows her to do is it has, as she's doing as she's answering all the questions, it tells her whether it was right or wrong, and it gives her that motivation, and she really likes that part of it. So that was a real, one of the real big bonuses, and that was the reason I actually initially wanted only my oldest to do Teaching Textbook Online, but because I wanted her to be a little more independent so that I could spend a little more time with my youngest, who struggles a little bit with math. But while my oldest was trying out Teaching Textbook and seeing how the feel of it, my youngest really liked the concept behind it, and she was really into it. So we decided to give it a try with her, knowing that Teaching Textbook might not be her primary curriculum for my youngest, but we're like now 3 months in and it has become our primary curriculum for her. My youngest really is thriving with Teaching Textbook. It gives her the self kind of boost of motivation because she's able to see how she's kind of doing well. It's just really good for her, and I think the guided instructor lessons are really helping her. I think while my oldest loved how I taught her, with my youngest, I think the instructor that is teaching on Teaching Textbook is really helping her. So along with the instructor and myself being there if she needs it, has been really helpful for her, and she's really thriving this year with her math. It could be her age, but so far we are really enjoying it, and it has given me some time that I need as a working mom. As a working mom working from home, I need a little bit of if I can outsource a little bit of the lessons, it's helpful, and I am always there when they need the help. I'm able to evaluate their grades, which is awesome. My youngest actually looks forward to her math lessons, and that's one thing we never fail to do, whether it's a busy extracurricular day or if it's on the weekend or if we're traveling. Math gets done, and that's actually the only curriculum this year that we're ahead of schedule in. The other ones, but math, we are actually, beyond our target. So that's been great. One of the other things that I really wanted is that I personally love math, but sometimes when I think about the later years, I do get a little bit scared to teach that. And it's nice to know that I have a tool that can, if it doesn't at least help them, a little refresher for me to go through all those instructions will help me kind of bring back a lot of the lessons and all of that, in the later grades and when they get into algebras and all that. I think that's really great. The other thing is that Math for Living Education, which I still think is a wonderful curriculum, is what we were using, but it only went up to, I think, level 5 or 6. But I needed something that would be for the long haul. When we get to the later grade, I don't want to be in a limbo of which curriculum to use. Are the methods taught the same way? Now that they're going into that level of, 3rd, 4th grade level, I really want to settle on a math curriculum, because math is, just like language arts, math is a really important subject that the root has to be good, and every concept needs to be learned and really grasped well. So I do not want to be, in the later grades and trying to figure out the best curriculum for them. So I just wanted to really find something that I could use for the long haul. And I think Teaching Textbook will do that. Currently, it's, I think, only available until Algebra 2, but I'm hoping by the time the girls are old enough that they will be coming up with a calculus curriculum as well. If not, our intention, but God is the best of the planners, but our intention is to do dual enrollment, so hopefully they will not be in that position to need that, and that's something that they can take at a college. But I'm really excited that I have a person to lean on. So I have a support from the instructor, as well as being able to know that, if we are loving this curriculum and the girls are loving it, then I know that it's something that we can use for the long haul, and which is such a relief and a big kind of sigh of relief. Teaching Textbook is also very cost effective. If you have a large family, they have a large family plan, which is like $199 for 4 to 8 kids, which is like a real, for the whole year, which is a huge, huge thing. For independent, I think it costs a little more than $3 a month, which is also a really big, in the previous years, each CD was $99. So I think little more than $3 a month is really a big steal. So I think it's a really good price for the service and everything that they provide. You can also now download the ebook, and I like that because you're not wasting papers. And if my daughters need a little more extra work or extra worksheet, then I can print that out. But so far this year, I haven't had to do that yet. They use their dry erase board to kind of jot down any kind of notes or any kind of work that they need to do before they can answer. But we haven't had to print it out. And one of the other thing I like is that we don't really grade in our homeschool, but I've seen that the girls seeing their own grades, it kind of gives them a motivation without me asking, hey, can you try to, I never ask them, hey, do better than yesterday or anything like that. But they on their own, as they're trying to compete with themselves and trying to get to the, better grades. So, my, girls are always trying to see how many times they can get to 100 or how many times they're getting 95. And they're like, okay, yesterday I got 95, today I have to get 100. So I really love that they're, I don't teach competition. It's all that to me that matters is that they're trying and that they're learning. But I like that they are in a position or in a place where they can try to be better themselves on their own. And we all need that. We need to be always better than we were yesterday, and that's what they're trying to do, and the self-grading allows that. It's also a great for me to the days that they kind of breeze through and do it on their own. I can just go back, log in, and kind of see how they did, and then I can see where they didn't do so well, so that way I can kind of work on the concepts or bring in some extra activities to work on the concepts. So far, teaching textbooks has really gone well above and beyond my expectations, and this year math has been one of actually the most easiest subject for us this year has been math. It's something that we are going really well, like I said, like we're ahead of schedule, and it's everything that we had hoped for, and that for me it's been a huge blessing. Teaching Textbook has graciously offered to do
Here's
a
a glimpse
giveaway.
into how
So
Teaching
one of
Textbook
you
works.
will
It
have
can be
a chance
used
to
and
win
accessed from any web
your
browser.
subscription
My
of
daughters also
Teaching
access it
Textbook.
from their iPads. So once you log in, that is provided to you once you sign up for the account. You can go into, as a parent, on any of your children's accounts and be able to see how they're doing as far as their lessons or quizzes or bonus rounds and how they're progressing. If your state requires you to keep records, then you can easily print the test scores or the assignment scores of how they've done. I really like that I can easily access it from the computer and kind of have a quick glance at how they're progressing without having the clutter of papers and pages to look through. I think this is a very easy way to kind of see at a glance how they're doing. It also has options for you to turn on hints or second chances. This basically allows your child to have hints that show up and that kind of guides them through, and also second chances at being able to answer it correctly. Those are all turned on for us. Here I'm showing you how you can download the ebook if needed. Like I said before, that we haven't had a need for use for that, but it's great that it's available if needed. It's really easy to navigate around teaching textbooks. There's buttons and it's very bright and everything can be easily seen. Also, they offer phone support as well as email support, and it's amazing because nowadays very rarely do you get phone support anywhere nowadays. So this is amazing that they do offer phone support. You can also pause if needed. If you have extended vacation or something comes up, you can always pause it and resume it.
Teaching Textbook did provide us the curriculum in exchange for an honest review. Everything that I'm telling you is an honest depiction of our review. If you follow us on Instagram, and if you're not, you should, because we are there like almost every day, you will see how my girls are really enjoying teaching textbooks. So I can tell you guys a bunch of things, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't hear it from the kids themselves, because they're the ones really benefiting from this. So I will be bringing on my girls. You can get to hear from their words how they're liking teaching textbooks.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Precious Years. I'm doing a video about teaching textbook. This is my sister Ayana. Hi. And this is my cat Peanut. Meow. I would just like you to know that I really want to do this, but I'm also so nervous that I could just jump out in that pond there. But so I really hope you like it. But I'm gonna start with the first reason that I like. I like that there's bonus rounds, so you can have a challenge, but you can also have fun. So that's a good reason. And number two, it's on the cloud, but if you don't know what that is, it's the internet. It's in that, so you don't waste paper. Number three, you review things that you've done before. That way you remember them before you do new things. Number four, you you can go back to the lecture if you forgot something on the lecture or you weren't paying attention, so your moms don't have to get annoyed. You know, you have to go to them and say, I forgot what you said on the lecture.
I never get annoyed.
Yeah, you don't. Number 5, you see your scores and you get encouraged if they're good.
And if they're not good?
And if they're not good, you see your failures and your flaws.
Yes. And then you want to make sure you do
better. Number 6, you have your own password and email account, so you have total privacy.
And I like that that if you get it wrong, it shows you the right choice. So then you learn what's the right one.
Right. And so far, how are you guys enjoying teaching textbooks?
Great! I mean, I've went through a lot of math books, and at first I didn't like it like this, but then when I went back to it, I realized that it was only because I was just going through the math book.
And I also like that
I was stubborn.
And I also like that we get a buddy right when we're doing it, if we make it correct, and sometimes they give us hints.
Yeah, and it's so fun because then it encourages you more than you ever would have think. It's like you have a buddy if you're doing it private.
And you get not only one teacher, but you get
2
teachers, right? And then how about the fact that if you miss something, you can go back and look at the lecture again? You said that, right? Okay. All right. Anything else?
Oh yeah, there's something else. Like if there's a word problem or something, it says first taught on lesson, let's say 32, 41, 41 for example, and then you try to think back to the lecture of what you've done there, of what you've learned there. I hope you like this video, and I hope you win the giveaway. If you like this video, please like and subscribe.